Alright everybody, we're gathered here today to talk about oil and fracking. Right now, oil is leading in what we use for energy in the United States of America. Oil is gained by drilling into the ground in places where there's crude oil. These crude oil grounds are found by geologists, and they find the right conditions to where an oil trap can be formed. A trap is the right source rock, reservoir rock, and entrapment. Recently, a technique called fracking has been used to gain more amounts of oil and natural gas from the ground. Fracking setups are made by boring a hole inserting a casing, while filling the area around the casing with cement. It will also require millions of gallons of water to the drilling site with chemicals and a bonding agent. The most commonly used bonding agent is sand. This creates a hydraulic fracturing fluid. This is a way of getting oil the drill couldn't normally get to. When they get to the setup finish, the rocks they get to are shale that hold gases and even oil in their pores. Getting to the shale isn't easy. Fracking can get to the shale as well as other hidden reservoirs like natural gas, petroleum, and sometimes even water.
Oil has been the main source of Earth's power since 1859, and we, as human beings, depend on its usage for everyday life. We use it for transportation, housing, mechanics, and various other products. Oil itself has good qualities that often make it a necessity for us to live with. Oil is easy to transport around since it's in liquid form, allowing the containers to be shaped into cheaper and easier transportation. Loads of jobs are founded and depend on oil, so obtaining more oil will create a lot more jobs. Like surveyors, where they go out in the field and follow line services and see if there are any leakages in the pipes where it can cause a massive explosion. Yet oil is the leading cause of damages in the environment. Now, what do you see in these photos? You can see how oil is controlled, but yet it still affects the environment. The Exxon oil spill killed over 250,000 seabirds. Transitioning over to more land-based activities, global warming is a big issue. Scientists around the world are discussing whether carbon dioxide emissions is the leading culprit of global warming. Here you can see how carbon dioxide emissions are the most prominent cause of global warming, and from this other pie chart you can view how transportation like vehicles we use every single day for hours or even minutes. All these seconds contribute to the amount of CO2 emissions we put out. Now, more on related oil talk fracking.
Hydraulic fracturing, also known as fracking, has been known as the method that's used the most when searching for natural gas. It's provided quite a bit of energy for several countries, including the United States, Canada, and the United Kingdom. However, it has been the cause of quite a bit of controversy as well. One of the reasons this has caused so much controversy is that many people have been forced into leaving their homes due to pollution caused by fracking. Some fracking sites have caused the contamination of nearby water sources when water filled with chemicals such as lead, uranium, mercury, ethylene glycol, radium, methanol, hydrochloric acid, and formaldehyde have leaked from fracking sites into groundwater and moved into main water sources. Also, the practice is quite dangerous, since many things can go wrong during the fracking process. There have been several incidents where workers have been seriously injured or even killed by accidents at fracking sites. Some of the more well-known incidents occurred in Weld County, Colorado, where one worker was killed and two others were injured when a frozen gas pipe ruptured during the workers' attempts to warm up the pipe. And in Doddridge County, West Virginia, where 5 were injured and 2 were killed after an explosion occurred when a large amount of gas built up in tanks located on site. Finally, the practice can have environmental consequences as well. This is shown by the fact that thousands of earthquakes all across the United States have been shown as being caused by fracking near the location of the earthquakes. Despite these disadvantages, hydraulic fracturing can have several advantages. Hydraulic fracturing has allowed the U.S. government to spend less money on importing oil and natural gas from other countries, which includes Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Iran, Kuwait, and the United Arab Emirates, all of which are members of OPEC. Also, hydraulic fracturing has an environmental advantage as well. It expels half as much of the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere as coal usually does. Also, it has created many jobs for Americans in the natural gas industry. This is the case in Kalkaska County, Michigan, where the oil and natural gas industries are big business, and these industries have created hundreds of jobs. Finally, according to an article on mlive.com, there are enough fossil fuels located in the bedrock shale in North America to make the United States independent of foreign aid in terms of oil and natural gas, as well as a net exporter of oil and natural gas for the near future. These fossil fuels include crude oil, coal, natural gas, and heavy oils. Although the industries of fracking and oil have several bad side effects, and the public has not been very supportive of methods by both industries, there are many good effects of both industries. While there are many good things, such as less money spent on importing oil and natural gas, which means less money spent on taxes, there are also many bad things in the oil and natural gas industry, such as a lack of proper safety regulations, which can result in unnecessary injuries or deaths. Many protesters would agree that safety needs to be a priority in these industries. This is especially true when people consider safety in the oil and natural gas industries, where the gap between safe and fatal for workers can be very small. While most would agree that these industries have helped us in many different ways, we also likely agree that some type of beneficial change needs to happen. If this happens, we can have more profits and benefits from the oil and natural gas industries, and less chances for certain things to go wrong.